Hey guys, I have got a treat of an episode for you. You're going to get Heather in the raw, in the live with my GPS. So, about a month ago, I have friends and we will Marco Polo each other while we're driving. And if you're a real estate agent, you know you get a lot of car time, right? And so on this particular day, my friend, who is a real estate agent, said, I don't even know where my next business is coming from. And that is a normal thought for me, for everybody. That this person is incredibly successful. She sells a lot of real estate. And so, you just go through those lulls where you really don't have anything cooking. You just got your hottest prospects under contract, and all of a sudden, there's nothing on your calendar. So it happens. And of course, we don't want it to happen. But, I probably say multiple times a year, well, hopefully I'm in business in a few months. And that's just an extreme thought. It is what it is. So if you thought that it was just you that had sometimes a roller coaster of a sales pipeline, you're wrong. It's everybody. And on this particular day, my friend Gina said, oh my God, who should I call? Like, what should I even do? I'm kind of lost. And this was the following audio that you're going to hear was my response to her. And some parts of it are kind of hard to hear because my GPS was giving me directions as it should, but it does happen to be a little bit loud. Most times when the GPS goes off, I did stop talking. So I apologize that you're going to, hopefully your GPS isn't on while you're listening to this because you might be really confused. But anyway, I thought that the content was really good. My intentions were, oh, I should create a podcast about this exact topic, but why not just give you, obviously it's been a month and I haven't done that yet. So why not just give you the raw audio and you can take from that what you will. Okay, let's get to it. Welcome to the Savvy Agent Podcast, where we help real estate agents build a thriving business so they have financial freedom in their life without having to work 24/7. I'm your host, Heather Wright. Now let's get to it. Who should Gina call today? So you've been in the business for what, 5 or 6 years? If I were you, I would call everybody that I sold a house to the first year I was in business, and then I would move on to the second year. And the purpose of my call, and maybe I would actually do a CMA and a Loom video first, or do a CMA, call them and be like, hey, Jack, remember when you bought your house for $135,000 and we thought that was expensive? Dude, do you know how much it is worth today? It's insane. And then he'd be like, how much? Be like, $200,000, Jack. Can't complain with that, Jack. And then you could email him the CMA. You could also do a Loom video, practice your Loom skills. And then you could send him a Loom video. Maybe he didn't answer, or maybe you wanted to go a little bit more in depth. Hey, Jack, I forgot to mention on the call, blah, 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 blah. Then maybe Jack doesn't know, like maybe he'd like to know how much money he would get. Maybe you need to know if Jack has done any upgrades to the house that you should keep in mind. Or like that could be the purpose of your call. Hey, Jack, I am trying to do a market analysis for all of my favorite past clients. And I was just calling to see if you've done any upgrades to your home. And place your bets now. How much do you think your house is worth? I mean, I'll do my homework and I will tell you. But, this could be a fun little guessing game. How much do you think your house is worth? And then you could send a Loom with a market analysis.
Turn left onto Southwest 19th Street.
And an estimate of proceeds. So this is how much you would get if you sold your house today. And then you follow up with, hey, Jack, a lot of my clients who would take advantage of this market to get an amazing price for their home and cash out some of that equity.
Continue on Southwest 19th Street for half a mile.
Are a little worried about where they would move. And so I thought I would share with you my favorite strategies on finding people homes. And those strategies, you could do a video or an article, or maybe you have a lead magnet that you design in Canva for it. Could be subject to sale if you have to. Could be connecting them with one of your preferred lenders to see if they qualify for a recast option. Don't you kind of hustle when you're looking for a house for people? So You have an extensive database of people that you
In a
call
quarter
every time.
mile, turn left onto Southeast 15th Street.
You could make that one touch stretched out to like a month of activity. All right, there you have it. That was Heather in the Raw, live from the Lincoln. And not the greatest quality of audio, but I do think that the content, that the inspiration behind the poor audio from the car is really, really good. And your clients will definitely appreciate the effort that you put forth to deliver this value to them. Now, the prices that I used for Jack were because I thought my friend started like 6 years ago. And 6 years ago, you probably could buy a house in Des Moines for $135,000. So don't get hung up on the low prices. It's almost impossible to buy a house for $135,000 here today. But this strategy would work whether you are selling $400,000 houses, $600,000 houses, $900,000 houses, $1 million houses. I don't know why it wouldn't work if you were selling over $1 million houses, because doesn't every homeowner want to know what they could get for their house today? I also have some other episodes that we have done in the past that have a little bit better audio quality. And I am going to link those in the show notes. It'll take you to our website where the podcast is available there. But if you wanted to search through your podcast, it's one of our beginning podcasts is Conversations I Have When Business is Slow. Another one that I'll link to is How to Fill Your Spring Sales Pipeline. And I will also link to the Magic of Equity Updates, which is not quite the example that I gave in this episode for our friend Jack, but I think is a good episode for delivering value to your past clients, especially if you don't have time to do a CMA for them. So hopefully this was valuable for you. I don't have plans to be doing a lot more podcasts from the car. So if the audio bugged you, well, don't worry. It's a one-off. So we'll be back in your ear next week with a podcast from the office. So I'll talk to you soon.